Everybody got the reason. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody got the way. We just catching and releasing what builds up throughout the day. Flows right through your body. Yeah, there is. Flows right through your blood. It's a pouch. I think it's in there. I don't know.
Pouch?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Might be. So my husband went to go get the car. Yeah, the title says it all. So welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every time I'm live.
Nothing.
Anyways, sir, just please give it up. I will look for it after. All right. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Also for your cross watchers, y'all are being dropped off in the deep end. I don't know what that even means. I don't know what that means. We're going to find out though. Okay. All right. Let us see. I don't want to mess up the flow, so I'm going to just. All right. Let's do this. Everybody got the reason. Everybody got the way. We just catching and releasing what builds up throughout the day. Flows right through your body. Flows right through your blood. We could tell each other secrets and remember how to love. Okay. All right. Okay. Card number 22, Capricorn. I use. Now, Capricorn is a very selective sign. And I have Capricorn in my chart, and I was just being told about this earlier today. We have a tendency with a Capricorn energy to see a group and have a want for select things, but reject the rest of the group. And unfortunately, that's just not how it goes. That's not how it goes, Libra. So time, the corrector when our judgments err. It's time to focus on your objectives and not let up. Ruled by Saturn, the planet of hard luck, the sign of Capricorn is personified by the goat that climbs the steepest cliffs to gain worldly success. So Capricorn is a resourceful sign, but their balancing does not involve multiple components. Okay, Libra, you're all about balance. Capricorn is about climbing. And in order to climb very steep cliff sides, like sheer drop-offs, they have to be balanced within them. They have to be very sure-footed. And I think that's what's going on right now. You're not very sure in where you're placing your steps. Life has shaken you up, just like all the other signs in the past month. A lot of shifting, a lot of shaking, a lot of really fucked up shit. Okay, let me just speak on it. Like a lot of really messed up things have been going on, and you're not sure. And if you hesitate while you're climbing a steep cliff, expecting yourself to balance using two separate things to balance you, that's not going to work. You're going to fall into the deep end. Okay. So I think that's what's going on. You're losing your balance. And when you lose your balance, because that's kind of like what you're known for, it's very devastating. It's like a very devastating blow to you, to your ego especially. So and this is about being addicted to various cycles, because this relates to the devil card in the tarot deck. Okay, what are you addicted to? Are you addicted to climbing and then falling? Are you addicted to the spiritual high of almost failing? Because you don't really fail. It's like at the very last minute, you write yourself back up. And so it's not an actual true failure. I don't know if maybe you're addicted to that, addicted to the challenge of carrying loads that are very difficult to balance, that are very odd in shape. It might be something along those lines. Next is card number 39, air element, communicating. And this is something that I found with Libras. Y'all are so good at superficial communication, like flirtiness, and you have a lot of charisma, hilarious. But when it comes to like really connecting, communicating on a very deep level, that's so hard for you. It's almost to the point where it's like crippling. And I haven't quite understood why. I think maybe it's because you're used to things being externalized, balanced between two opposing things, and it's disconcerting to go deep within you. But that's what's needing to happen at this point. You don't have to share all of your secrets to random people, but you definitely need to begin addressing these things about your life, about yourself, because falling into the deep end, well, I mean, last I checked, Libra wasn't a swimmer. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to do that. I mean, you could. I'm being told don't say that. You don't want to do that. I'm going to retract that you could. I don't like to tell people what to do. I'm going to retract the you could part because the collective energy says don't say that. Don't do that, Libra. So next is card number 14, Taurus, I have. Just exhale for a moment. Libra, just seriously, take a deep breath and exhale. I feel some of you are holding your breath. Like, it's like you're waiting for me to confirm that you're fucking up life, and you're not. You're simply living. You're not fucking up your life. You're simply living. What this reading is about is to help you avoid the unnecessary struggle and pain. Okay? Pain is a part of life. Pain helps you to grow. We're not trying to avoid all pain, only the unnecessary. You are not screwing up your life. Understand that. Accept that. Embrace it. So card number 14, Taurus, I have. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, and those who do not see. Excuse me. Which one are you guys? Which one are you? Do you see what's going on? Do you have to wait to be told what to see? Or do you just choose not to see at all? Excuse me. You're about to grow something from which there will be beauty and abundance. And remember, what's the best kind of fertilizer? Manure. And what's manure? Shit. You're going through shit right now. And in that shit that's trying to bury you, you're going to grow a beautiful garden. You're going to have all this abundance, beautiful balance in every single way. But first, you have to go through this process, okay? Let's see. This is a call for you to firmly plant your feet in the ground. This is a positive sign. It's a highly stable and supportive energy. In the chart, Taurus stabilizes matters. So maybe in your acceptance of what's about to happen and you're communicating with other people instead of shutting down and shutting people out, maybe that's going to help you to once again ground yourself so that this will really, really stabilize, because it feels like what you're going through or about to go through is very tumultuous. It's a very, very explosive type of like, what the freak thing A. It's been a difficult few weeks for a lot of people though. Okay. So this relates to the Hierophant. It's about comfort, nurturing, steadfastness, materialism, money, and what is owned. So one thing, Libra, I do recognize that sometimes you feel as though a show of material things might help prove to others that you're worthy, that you've You've become successful enough. You've made something of yourself. And I ask you to please adjust that perception, shift it, even just a little bit. You're so much more than just material goods. You're so much more than that. And, if people can't understand that, if they can't see your intrinsic value, if they have no appreciation for your value, screw them. You don't need them anyways. There's plenty of other people that are like that will go out of their way to make you feel as though you're not enough. You don't need to hold on to anyone that does that to you, okay? Because there's no shortage. There will never be a shortage in your life of people like that. You will always come across people who will go out of their way, happily go out of their way to point out that you're not enough. So when you come across those kind of people, toss them to the side. Don't matter. Yeah, and I can say that without feeling bad or, hesitating, because it's the truth. It's the truth. Value the ones who value you, okay? And the ones who don't, oh well, they can go. So you are in the world, not of the world. Card number 34. You're learning to lean back into your greatness. You're learning to let your hair down. Hair represents power. And look, she's wearing beads in her hair. Those are pearls of wisdom. Let all those half-rotten fish swim by, okay? There's something much more worth your while coming. So forget all of that half-rotten stuff. You deserve so much more than half-rotten. You deserve so much more than half anything, okay? Card number 17, what is already with you? You hold on to your power and your magic so tightly. It's almost as though you're afraid to let people know just how amazing you are. And so you hold on to it and you hide it, and that's not serving you. That needs to be shifted as well. You need to allow that out. You need to allow people to see. You need to allow people to experience the gravity of who and what you are. And then card number 27, receiving. You're getting all of this major information from your higher self, and it's like, look at her. The cup is already to her lips, yet she's still not drinking of her own truth, to the point where the vapors of that truth are trying to ascend into her consciousness. And she doesn't want to see that either. Libra, why do you refuse to truly see the greatness that you are? How is anyone ever going to truly see when you yourself are refusing to see? If you're going to go out of your way to keep covering layer upon layer upon layer on top of the greatness that you're here to share with the world, I mean, really though, is anyone ever really going to see it? Probably not. And that's just a shame, because you're a gift more than just to yourself. You're supposed to share yourself with other people. Okay? So let's get you guys. Oh, I got my Rumi cards. Oh, you guys, I hope those are tears of release. I really hope those are tears of release. Libra is one of the most beautiful signs. But I do see, because I know quite a few Libras, you guys are very quiet with your heart. Very, very quiet with your heart. And it's almost this lack of trust in your ability to survive that. In reality, Libras have been through so much. Everyone's been through a lot, but Libras have a tendency to try and cover up how much they've been through, as though it would somehow skew the scales of balance, and it doesn't. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, all those things that you've been through, the things that tried to destroy you but couldn't, and you still kept standing, balancing, those are the very things that are at your feet being used as your foundation. They're part of your strength. You have to acknowledge that. And maybe if you acknowledge it, you won't doubt yourself so much. Okay? Ooh, this is gorgeous. Card number 6, 1. So with the number 6, that is the number of self-love. 6 is the lower involuted reflection of 9, 9 being the number of God. So as God sprinkles down all that love and goodness. You are a vessel to contain that. Okay? This is a recognition that you are being provided for in every way, shape, and form. But because God is so loving, it won't be forced on you. If you choose to not allow this into your field, it'll just sit at the door, waiting for you to be ready. Okay? So card number 6, I mean. Ooh, this is deep. I have abolished duality from myself. I have seen the two worlds as one. One I seek, one I know, one I see, and one I call. Libra. When you're centered in that oneness, there's no longer a need to balance. Your arms can be used for so much more than simply balancing two opposing weights. And I think now's the time for you to do that. I really, really do. I think it's time for you to rise up in your greatness and become the one. You look for me, and what do you see? You. Am I playing games with you? Holding up a mirror for you to behold God? Yes. These are games of love and truth. Look for me and find yourself, for I am you and you are me, and together we are one, playing hide and seek in love's great playground. Like molten gold poured from the furnace of divine love into a one-of-a-kind mold, you are created uniquely and of divine essence. You are both the lover and the beloved. There is no aspect of your life separate from your spiritual journey, and there is no aspect of you that is not of divine origin. So then, why the frowning, the fear, or the questioning? Let me share a sublime secret with you. Let me whisper it into your heart. There's nothing to fear. All is unfolding according to the divine genius, and there is a sweet shift in store for you. No matter how dire circumstance may appear to be, or despairing you may feel, there is still an avenue through which fulfillment and resolution will be granted. This will happen. That's because the divine seeks wholeness of the one. That means anything and every part of existence, and that includes you and all the aspects of your being and life, is claimed by the divine. Your return to the divine is demanded. Every part of you, every life circumstance. The divine keeps rigorous, flawless accounts. Therefore, nothing shall be left unaccounted for, not even that which seems to be outside divine attention and grace at this moment. You must remember that you are a living heart, the dweller at the center between heaven and earth, star and soil, light and dark. If you cannot summon the joy to rise up and meet the divine beloved, fear not. That cunning lover lies deep within the depths, waiting to gather you into sacred embrace as you descend into darkness. Either through flying or falling, you shall be caught and tangled up in divine embrace. So fear not. Cast aside worry and concern. Know that you are thoroughly itemized on the divine ledger, and not one moment of your struggle or suffering shall miss the hawk-like gaze of the ever-attentive and heavenly beloved. This oracle comes to you with particular guidance. There is a friction or conflict within you or your life right now, a sense perhaps of being pulled in more than one direction and confusion because of this. You are questioning which path to take, this way or that. What if you choose this path and it turns out the other would have been better? But how can you know now what choice, if any, is most needed in your life? So many questions. Your mind is scurrying. There is no other word for it. Backwards and forwards it goes, to and fro, trying to settle upon the truth. I love you too much to allow this to continue unchecked. Surrender it. Give it up. The truth you seek is this: you shall be. You shall manifest your destiny just as the acorn grows into the oak tree. You cannot be other than what you are, and as you accept this, life responds. It breathes and relaxes around you, so what you need can come to you more easily. It finds you, drawn to the need in you that's natural and inviting, and not a cause for anxiety or distress. The need leads to satisfaction. What is desired and what fulfills that desire is one. They are lovers that come to each other naturally, even though darkness and confusion drawn to each other, following the natural course of the universe to become one. So do not fret and fear. Do not hold back from that which feels incomplete out of anxiety or distress. It is just the lover that will soon be joined by the beloved. You are recognizing the moment before this occurs, so fret not, and instead, let that inner love loose. Allow her to shake out her hair, put on her most sensuous perfume, and laugh as she dances barefoot in fields of lush grass and fragrant flowers. If there is any part of you struggling to surrender the conflict between old and new, between what has been and what needs to be, between passion and duty, creativity and rationality, between this role or identity, then know this: even the conflict serves. Don't choose either one and believe it's the answer. Sometimes the sacrifice is not one or the other, but the idea that it can only be one or the other. At another level, a level of divine resolution, there is beyond the apparent polarity and conflict a third way, the rising up to where there's only one perfection taking place constantly. Open your heart. You'll find the bridge to understanding and trusting in that perfection there, where it's always been and will always be. Don't worry. All is happening exactly as it should. You guys, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. You're being dropped into the deep end of your existence, of your heart. Parts of you that you've been so afraid to show to other people, swim in it. Allow yourself to swim in it. Allow yourself to be marinated in that greatness. And maybe one day very soon, you'll have soaked in it long enough that that's the only truth you know. Maybe that's what you need to do. Okay? This recognition that maybe there's no choice needing to be made. Maybe it's not one or the other. Maybe you can have it all and you're just choosing not to see that. So I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe and come back and see me again. All right, guys, bye.